Not only does the KTM 390 Duke look awesome, but it is packed with features at an impressive price point, coming in just under $6,000. This 374cc motorcycle features 44 horsepower and 27 pound-feet of torque. It is no slouch to power, and we're going to talk about why this is the best starter bike on the market today.
Okay, welcome back to the channel. Today we obviously have this beautiful 390 Duke that you just saw in the intro, and we're talking about why I think it is the best starter bike that you could possibly get if you are a brand new rider and you're looking for your first bike. Now, previously I had always recommended the R3 from Yamaha, the CBR 300, even the Kawasaki Ninja 400 for those that wanted sport bikes. Obviously you got the Rebel 250, you know, from Honda as well if you want more of a cruiser style. But if you're just starting out, the KTM 390, for the price, the specs, and everything that you get, is, in my opinion, now, I just had my mind changed, in my opinion, the best starter bike that you can possibly get. It has everything that you could want. This one's really awesome because it has a full Yoshi exhaust. It's lowered a little bit too, and it's got upgraded KTM levers. This thing just has everything. So we're going to take it for a ride, and we're going to talk about why my mind was changed. So let's do it. All right, so like I said previously, was always under the impression, I was always the person that would recommend small size sport bike, the R3, CBR 300, whatever it might be. However, there's a lot of reasons why I think this 390 is actually I think first and foremost, the comfortability and just being able to sit and be relaxed and loose. I mean, you're sitting in an upright position. You're not hunched over like you would be on a sport bike, like the R3, like the Ninja, whatever it might be. You're upright. You're able to like look around. You're able to be more comfortable. All of these factors help with the rest of your beginner skills. So just getting on a bike and you're a novice. You really aren't sure of what's going on. You're not really, you know, able to process everything just quite yet. You know, you're just constantly just freaking out. We're looking around. We're making sure we're in the friction zone. We're making sure we're this. We're making sure we're that. You know, we have to be aware of all things at all times, and the less you have to think about, the better, right? And something like this, because it is so comfortable, because it is so straightforward and easy, your brain is going to be able to focus on what is important, and that is going to be obviously your head, your eyes, your lane position, you know, being safe, all of the things that you need to pay attention to a lot more than worrying about, you know, am I comfortable on the bike? Is the bike too big? Is the bike too heavy? This bike is small. It's, like I said, low to the ground. You sit upright, and it has a million things going for it, and even more so than all of those things is that it's no slouch in power. So 373 cc's, 44 horsepower. You're thinking, okay, well, you know, that's really not that, you know, that's not that powerful, right? Well, keep in mind that a lot of people are learning on, you know, getting on Groms that are 125 cc's, whatever it might be, 250s. This thing rips. We're gonna go down here to some twisties, and we're gonna rip this bike around some corners. And man, the first time I rode this, I was like, I can't believe I've been sleeping on the naked style bikes for beginner bikes. If you're just starting out, and even if you want to go one way or the other, this is like a gateway, right? You're sitting on this. It's your naked, your kind of your upright sport bike in the middle, but you can lean both ways. From here, I can go to a cruiser. From here, I can go to a sport bike with your full body position forward, your feet back, right? So it's kind of in that middle, and you can decide. But in the meantime, while you're learning, while you're getting all of your skills down, and while you're honing all of that, you know, this is a great place to be. Let's give it some... People say that smaller bikes, 400s, this style, this size, whatever, are too slow. They're slouches. But man, from a start, from a rip, it's so light. The bike just wants to go. It just really wants to go. There is something also, just in general, about riding a smaller CC bike and just feeling confident. As a more experienced rider, as a more skilled rider, you know, you get up and you are used to lugging around these heavy bikes, or, you know, stuff that just takes a little bit more coordination, a little bit more skill, and you get on something like this and it's so much fun to rip around something that's light, that's small. But anyways, all right, so back to the fact that this thing just is all in all an absolute beast. Price point wise, what you're getting, comfortability, all of the things all wrapped into one that you're going to be looking for whenever you're considering your first bike. The 390 has it. All right, here we go. We got a local twisty road here. So we're going to see how this bike handles. We're going to take it kind of easy, but I also just want to see how comfortable it feels. Kind of bending it around some of these. You can tell it has plenty of power on the straights. We got plenty of straight line zoom. And then we're also going to have plenty of power coming into the turn. And downshift, downshift. I should probably, on this turn, I know that this turn is a little sharper. We're going to apply some front brake. We're going to lean into it. We're going to take the turn nice. That's like the sharpest turn, I think, on this. Yeah, I'm a big fan. Like I said, whenever I got on this bike, this is Mackenzie's bike, so, you know, she just learned, she just took her test, she passed her test, got her license. It's her bike. It's a perfect step up from the Grom. If I was just learning and I was just starting out, I would also be getting one of these. Ruh-roh. No. How does this happen? Thanks. Right into that pole. Not sure how that happened. Alright, so anyways, that's going to wrap it up for the review of this bike. My opinion on starter bikes was changed. I do still think that the R3 if you're into sport bikes, or the CBR 300 if you're into sport bikes, or the Rebel 250 if you want a cruiser, you know, something like that. Those are great options as well. But for the price, for what you get, the comfortability, the reliability, the ease of use, the KTM 390 Duke is, in my opinion, the best starter bike that you can get for the money. That's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for hanging out, sticking around, and we'll see you on the next one.